Hi there, it's another tarot sesh for Leo. I'm the Can Astrologer. My name is Abby, and this is your March monthly moon reading for 2025. March 2025 monthly moon reading. So we're going to get into it, Leo. Higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity for the greater good. So mote it be. What do we have for Leo, please? This is the Fairy Dust Oracle. Underneath the deck, we have Wishing Well. To make some wish magic, cast the spell, throw pennies into the wishing well. You might see like a fountain or something, maybe somewhere around you, where you throw a penny or a quarter or whatever into, like a shopping mall or a park or something. Do it. Do it. Make a wish. Make a wish with a penny or something. Or you just may be making a wish. Even if you don't see something like that, you could be making a wish and hoping that it's coming true. So then we have rain. Rain, rain comes today, let all your troubles wash away. It could be physically raining while you're watching this in your location, or you could have like cloudy skies. But I love rain. I live in the desert, so when it rains here, it is a true like cleansing. It's like washing away, all this hot, stagnant energy that's, been collecting, and then all of a sudden everything's refreshed and new. So, there could be like some kind of refreshing cleansing coming upon you. Like, I don't feel like this is a dreary type of droopy bad rain. I feel like this is more like a cleansing, washing away of type of energy, and I love it. Okay, then we've got the Four Agreements Oracle. So let's see what we got for you. Leo, when I was getting your cards together, the song that I was playing on pre-shuffle, or during pre-shuffle, was Etta James, At Last. And so some of the lyrics: at last my love has come along, my lonely days are over, and life is like a song. That's the first stanza of the lyrics or whatnot. And absolutely just love that. Love Etta James in that song. But so I feel like for many of you, if you're in a relationship or looking at a relationship or trying to get in a relationship, romance and relationships, I feel like you could be partnering up, coming, into that. But then work career wise, for those of you not looking at relationships, I feel like work career energy at last. It's like you found a job, or you found a career path, or you've found, maybe you're self-employed and you've found the right partners and the right clients, that, everything is just working out the way that it feels like it should. And at last, I feel really good about where I'm at in life and my space and the money that I'm making and the things, So if you hear weird noises, although that could be a clarification for some people, but they're checking our alarms around here, or smoke detectors and whatnot. Okay, so, and I apologize for this different setup, but I've been sick, and I needed to get these readings out, but there's no way that I was going to put my face on film. So anyway, let's get into this. What do we have for Leo? Also, congratulations, Leo. You guys have been the top watched videos of the last couple weeks of my videos. Thank you very much for that. So, okay, nothing else to come out. So thank you. Make sure, welcome back all of my returning subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure that you smash that button. And this one flipped over. And if any of this resonates throughout the reading, make sure you drop a, I can't even talk right now. Make sure you drop a comment in the comments below. Also smash the like button. Let me know that you resonate with the message throughout the reading. Okay, the card that came up is don't make assumptions. Be aware of unconscious assumptions. So assumptions are made so fast and unconsciously most of the time because we have agreements to communicate this way. We've agreed that it is not safe to ask questions. We have agreed that if people love us, they should know what we want or how we feel. But that's an assumption. Okay? So here's the thing. Don't make assumptions. You have to be aware of the unconscious assumptions, like, we have agreed that, okay, so, I don't like the way that this card is written, okay? I'm just going to say that first off, because number one, your unconscious assumptions, it's stating, is that it's not safe to ask questions, but it is. It is safe to ask questions. With the right people, it's safe to ask questions so that you don't assume, right? Then it's not safe to agree that if people love us, they should know what we want or how we feel. Okay, so it's like, that's assuming that they're all mind readers. Not everybody's a freaking mind reader. Not everybody's a card reader. Not everybody's a freaking psychic. And even if they are, they can't, you know, assume or read people's minds 24/7 all of the time, you know. So it's like, these are unconscious assumptions that people make up in their heads, and you need to be aware of that, whether these are your own unconscious assumptions or the unconscious assumptions of other people. Okay? Don't make them. Ask questions. You know, ask, you know, how a person feels. Get proof, get facts, get physical evidence, you know, before you go around making assumptions on people. Because that kind of karma can always come back on you. All right, so that's where we're going to start there. That's interesting. All right. We already did this. So for all of my returning subscribers, welcome back. For those of you returning, you guys know that I do a predictions video at the end of every year for the full moons, for the upcoming full moons, and then we journal it, and then we talk about it. So for this month, I'll get into that in just a second, what the predictions were, but this month, energetically speaking and astrologically speaking, it's insane. We have a lot of astro weather, different transits happening this month. The first one is March 1st through April 13th, I think it is, Venus retrograde. So that's, Venus is the planet of love and beauty. And when it's in retrograde, it's a review of relationships, values, and creative expression. So then we have the lunar eclipse in Virgo that's coming up on the 13th, I believe it is. And then, oh, that's today. Yeah, today, tomorrow, the lunar eclipse is happening. And it's when it's in Virgo, it's all about organization, healing, and letting go. So you could be getting organized. You could be, you know, cleaning things, getting rid of things that you no longer want in your world so that, you know, you can heal, let go of those things, heal, and then make room for what's to come, right? Then we have Mercury retrograde coming up on the 17th, and that'll last through the first week of April. And that's about communication, travel challenges, misinterpretations. It always affects Gemini and Virgo because they're ruled by planet Mercury, but this Mercury retrograde affects everybody. You know, there could be miscommunication, misinterpretation in relationships, general communication at work, things like that, right? Let's get 3 cards, please, for Leo. Whoa. I knew it. Okay, we'll go into this in a second. Wow. All right. One more for Leo. Okay, you guys got 2. I'll take them together. Not bad. Okay, that makes sense. I like it. We're all good. All right. So, we'll get back into that in a second. Okay. Actually, you know what? No, I want to continue because that's where the Emperor plays a big role here. So the first card that popped up is the Emperor. This is Aries energy. You could be dealing with an Aries, or this is just you in the energy of the Emperor, okay? Or somebody around you, but I feel like this is you, Leo. You're stepping up. This is a month of leadership. It's one of the main themes around this month. I'll get into that in a minute. But this is definitely Emperor-like energy this month. We're also, the Sun enters Aries on March 20th. So this is like when you focus on assertiveness, taking action, and new beginnings. And so this is where I feel the energy that you've been in. And it's also astrologically the energy that we're in right now as well. Then we have Neptune that enters Aries on March 30th. And that's about spiritual exploration and revelation. And I see that coming up in your reading. We'll get to that in a second. Then we have a partial solar eclipse at the end of the month, March 29th. And this is just, it's a shift towards new beginnings. And we'll clarify all of that in a second. Okay, so first card that popped up is the Emperor. this is Aries energy, okay? And like I said, I feel like this is you stepping up into leadership, you taking charge, you know, standing in your power, and or you could be dealing with an Aries. Then we have the Nine of Pentacles. This is the independent feminine energy. You don't have to be feminine. This could just be your feminine side, depending on who you are. But she's self-made. She works hard for her money. You know, she grows vegetables around her. You don't have to have a garden or grow vegetables, but it's like she makes and creates everything around her, and she's very independent, freedom-loving, you know, does well for herself, very wise, but hardworking, right? And then we've got the Nine of Swords, clarified by the Temperance card. Now, what this is telling me is somebody's stressed out, somebody's having nightmares, doesn't know which way to go. Somebody could have made a mistake. Somebody could have made an assumption, an unconscious assumption. And it could have created some type of trouble. But understand that it's clarified by the Temperance card. This is Sagittarius energy, more fire energy. And this talks about balancing the spiritual and the physical. But this is also telling me that, you know, you've got angels protecting you. So whatever mistake is made, whatever thing is said, somebody could have made an assumption, said something, you know, in the wrong way, overstepped the boundary, you know, something like that. But just know that you're being protected. Now, it doesn't have to be you. This could be somebody else in your vicinity, in your world, in your sphere. But you are being protected in this. It will be balanced out. So, underneath the deck, we have the Knight of Wands. This is... Okay, so... For most readers, they'll call the Knight of Wands energy very in and out energy. Play girl, play boy. If it's in, like, towards relationships. Like one night stand. Here for a long time, not a... Or here for a fun time, not a long time. Friends with benefits, right? But if this is more towards... like money, business, career goals, I like this energy because this is very lucky energy, happy-go-lucky, you know, somebody who, you know, goes out, pounds the pavement, gets a sale, brings it back, puts a star on the board, goes back out and does it again. They're very passionate about their job, their work, their career path, right? And I like that energy. Regardless, one way or the other, I'm not saying I don't like the other energy either. It's wherever you are in your relationships. But I feel like this is what you've been dealing with, that back and forth, back and forth. And somebody's like stepping up into their power, you know, to become more stable, to become more independent. But there's still some kind of fear, anxiety. There's still, it's like a nightmare situation. But it will be balanced out. So let's clarify. What do we have for Leo, please? You know, this could be like an, okay, so this could be an unconscious assumption, like a subconscious fear that you're having, like a nightmare that you're having, that you may be praying, you know, that turns out differently. You are being protected. I see the Temperance, the angel staring right at me, like dead at me. See a lot of birds. Could be seeing a lot of birds, hearing a lot of birds. Underneath the deck, we have the Four of Swords. This is communication energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Take time out, and the answer will come. You could be taking some time out, just resting, relaxing. It's about, you know, restoration, recharging, reflection. You're reflecting on a situation. Reflecting so that you don't make assumptions. What's the Emperor? Let's clarify the Emperor for... Wow. Okay. Came right out. So, clarifying the Emperor, we have Justice. Use your intuition to set your moral compass. So, the Justice card, it's Libra energy. It's all about truth, clarity, cause, and effect. Eternal justice, balance, fairness, and accountability. When the Justice card pops up, it's talking about needing to balance priorities and decisions. I was about to say principle, so it could be the principle of a matter, but you need to balance your priorities and decisions. And this is you stepping up into that emperor-like energy. This isn't about me, I get what I want, blah, 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 which can be the energy of the emperor. But this is taking a more like justified, more fair, balanced type of approach. Also, if you're in any kind of legal dispute or legal matter, there could be like an emperor or emperor-like energy that is either making a decision like in court or in law or something like that, or it's being made against them. What's the Nine of Pentacles? What's the Nine of Pentacles for Leo? Okay, that was crazy. So the Judgment card didn't know which way it wanted to fall, and it fell completely on its side. So with this Nine of Pentacles regarding this independent, freedom-loving type of energy, you know, when the Judgment card comes, and justice and judgment, this is absolutely telling me this has something to do with some kind of like legal decision being made. More fire energy, Pluto energy. This is answering the call to answering the call to action creates new opportunity. So that's good. Opportunity and like I'm hearing opportunities calling, so somebody takes action on that. And that's that Emperor energy stepping up into leadership, taking action, being assertive. So when the Judgment card comes up, right, it's all about an awakening, a purpose, reckoning, self-assessment, atonement, rejuvenation. Somebody could be realizing their purpose, realizing what they were put here to do. But you also, there's still with this, there's a need to balance priorities when making these decisions because excuse me, if not, judgment in reverse could be failure to face the facts. There could be delay, disappointment, blame, and doubt. But I feel like for most of you, you are answering the call and you are taking action, which will create new opportunity, especially if you're still in this Emperor energy. What is this Nine of Swords and Temperance? What is Nine of Swords and Temperance for Leo? Are you really? Are you kidding me? I'm hearing take it, take it. Okay. Whatever it is, it's going to happen fast. All right, let's see what we got. You guys, I'm only taking these 4 cards for you because you guys are my most watched videos. So smash that like button for me, please. All right, so what do we got? Not bad. Okay. We'll take it. So it starts out with the Six of Pentacles. This is money balancing out. Sharing your success builds more success. So it's like be in the mindset of sharing. You know, 2 minds are greater than 1. Community over competition. You know, it's all about giving, receiving, fairness, and justice. So there's that justice again. And then we have the Fool. Spread your wings and fly. You could be taking on a new venture. It's Uranus energy. This is all about beginnings and endings and innocence, which makes sense because this is a time with the eclipse and with like the sun entering Aries, that energy, that Emperor-like energy. We're at the beginning, we're at the ending of one season, the beginning of a whole nother lunar type of year. So spread your wings and fly. This is like some of you are taking off on new ventures, starting new projects, starting new businesses, starting a new way of life. It's a new journey. Then we have the Seven of Pentacles. Look back on what you've achieved and set new goals. So it's reflective energy, but also growth. It's about growth. It's about planting of the seeds and then, you know, taking the time to cultivate what's next. And then we have the Magician. You can make your imagination real. This is about manifestation. So once you've planted those seeds, we've got heavy Taurus energy. You could be dealing with the Taurus. But we've got, it's like once you've planted those seeds, then it's all about manifesting and taking little steps of action every single day in order for it to happen. You can make your imagination real, but that's by being assertive and taking action with that Emperor-like energy. creative power, skill, adaptation, originality. And this could be something that you do. It could be a new venture, something new that you start out. You could be having nightmares about it, worries, fears, doubts. But have no fear. Your angel is here with that temperance energy to balance out that. It could be scary, but don't you've got to be aware of unconscious assumptions. Okay. I like that. I'm confident with that message. Oh, and then the Chariot, clarifying the Knight of Wands. You have success in the face of difficulty. It's just you have to put on this, I feel like this is more business related, but you have to put on this in and out sales and marketing type of hat, right? You may have to do multiple jobs, but you're very passionate about what you're doing. And I feel like you're going to see this change, this switch, once you apply and assert that energy. It's going to, like, your direction, your focus, and your determination and concentration is going to triumph because of your perseverance. And that's great energy to have with the Knight of Wands, especially when you're dealing with, like, business. It could even be relationships, too, if you're being perseverant about it, but I'd be careful about the Knight of Wands energy. I feel like for most of you, this has to do with work or your career path. I don't see any cups. I see 0 cups, although the Chariot is kind of like water energy. For some of you, there could be water, some type of water energy, romance or something that could be coming in if this is a relationship, but I'd be careful about it. It's not so serious right now with that Knight of Wands. Underneath the deck, we've got connection. I feel like for many of you, you're going to be connecting with like-minded individuals and people. This is going to help you flourish. This is about universal oneness, love, interconnection, and support. Something could be happening on the 26th. Could be some kind of significant gathering, exchange, business meeting, something like that, where you're connecting with a lot of people. Top of the deck, we've got pleasure, number 10. Enjoyment, beauty, sensuality, and indulgence. But beware with this pleasure card, I'm telling you. Pleasure is great to indulge in every once in a while. It's very Leo energy, but notice there is an alligator down here, or crocodile, right? And she's just dangling that foot there, like just not paying attention. You know, sipping on a drink or whatever. So just make sure that you pay attention so that crocodile doesn't snap off your foot. Some of you need to be careful if you're drinking, like, while walking, so you don't, like, hurt your ankle or hurt your foot in any way. I know that's weird, but that's what I'm getting. Okay, let's move on. But, you know, I feel like with that pleasure card, this doesn't have to be, like, romantic or sexual, but it could be sensual. There is a difference, right? Somebody's just feeling themselves, right? They're indulging in the beautiful things around them. They're enjoying their connection with others. Now, for some of you, you could be enjoying more connection with others. You know, like, at last, my love has come along. Like, you could be coming into contact with your love, but maybe just right now it's not so serious. Could be at the very beginning of something, right? But you're all still, you know, indulging in the pleasure of that feeling, which is making you love your life right now, what you're doing, what you're working on. I like it. Underneath the deck, choose friends wisely. I feel like that's that crocodile right there. You got to be careful about who you're indulging around, who you're indulging with. Choose your friends wisely. Know why you connect with them. What's the purpose? And reflect on your truth. Somebody just got this card. I think it was Libra. So you could have strong Libra placements or be dealing with a Libra. It doesn't surprise me when messages come up, when the same messages come up for different signs, because it just tells me that we're on the same frequency, vibration. But this is about reflecting on your truth. Like, not about what's happening around with everyone else around you. It's like, what does it mean for you? But also, this talks about getting really, really real with yourself and about yourself, about your past, about decisions that you've made, about things that you've said, about you know, and like, it's like doing your shadow work, you know, going within and deciding, you know, what is your truth? What is it that I feel like you're going to discover what your truth is, and it brings about this, like, this burst of energy, and it's very vibrant, it's very refreshing, it's very, you know, like, it's like the Knight of Wands. You know, you very fiery, very passionate, and that's where this pleasure energy is coming from. You're reflecting on your truth, and you're moving forward so that you can connect with, you know, who it is that creates that fire from within. You just have to, again, I'm going back to that being aware of unconscious assumptions. Don't make assumptions about people that you really don't know until you've learned. And because Venus is in retrograde right now, I would also be very careful about that, because this is, you know, the time of where we are, you know, looking at relationships and everything. It's like a review of our relationships. Now, before I do this last set of cards, I do want to talk about the predictions. So the moon, the full moon this month for March is on the 14th at 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's on a Friday, but the lunar eclipse is Thursday, Friday. It's going to be in Virgo, which is very grounded energy. And the first card that we pulled was the Magician, which ironically fell in your spread. So the Magician, he's all about manifestation. He can be a kind of a trickster. This is Gemini energy. You could be dealing with the Gemini. But this is where you can make your imagination real. It's very creative energy. It's about adaptation and originality and having self-confidence. That's what I wanted to say earlier, too. This pleasure card, this is about, you know, you could be indulging in things that make you feel confident because you're in this energy of leadership and independence and freedom. It's very self-confident energy, and I like it. You're still having fears and anxieties, of course, but you're balancing that out with the Temperance card as you reflect on your truth. Then the next card that we pulled, now mind you, this is all for the collective. So now that we've looked at your energy, this is like the overall. Let's see how that applies, right? The Gateway Oracle, accepting what is. So there could be some situation that you have to accept with what is. You know, it is what it is. You know, you can't change it, you can't control it, but now you have to take the actions and the steps to get around it or to work with it, whatever it is. Then we've got, we pulled number 7, Waxing Crescent, number 5, nourishment. We're talking about not just food when you say nourishment, but what is it that you indulge in? The things that you hear, the people that you surround yourself with, what you listen to, the music that you listen to. It's just everything. Everything around you, everything that you absorb becomes part of you. So what are you nourishing your soul with? You know, that's a question for you to think on. Then we pulled number 18, Lion's Mane, leadership. So there's that Lion Leo energy, Leo, and that I love for you. But Lion's Mane, we could be talking about an actual lion's mane, but there's also the lion's mane mushrooms. And if we're talking about nourishment, some of you may want to look into lion's mane beneficial mushrooms, you know, during the month of March to help with like your energy, focus, you know, levels of activity, that type of thing. But lion's mane also means leadership. And with starting out that Emperor energy, I really do feel like somebody's stepping up into their power. Then the next card we pulled was the first quarter moon in Scorpio, all about releasing your blocks. You could be dealing with Scorpio or have it somewhere strong in your chart, but there could be blocks that you're finally letting go of and releasing. And that's with this judgment energy. It's like this is your own self-awakening, you know, a reckoning, rejuvenation, because you're releasing what no longer serves you and opening up to what you need, what you belong to, right? Then we pulled for the Crystal Oracle, excuse me, Ruby Zoisite. Ruby Zoisite, I believe it's this one here. I believe. They're very similar to another one. But Ruby Zoisite, follow your bliss. is what it talks about. It's following your heart, following, you know, what it is that makes your soul burn with passion, right? And that's what you want to go towards. But you're going to be taking, it's with that full type of energy, that leap of faith. You're going to be taking like a leap of faith with this passionate energy, and it'll happen very fast. And then last but not least, I've been playing with the Astro Dice, and these are all based on the 3 main principles of astrology. And the dice that I rolled was Mars, Aries, so there's that Aries Emperor energy again. Mars, by the way, oversees and rules Aries and Scorpio. So Mars, Aries in the 3rd house, and when you put those 3 things together, it means validating your desires through assertive action. So there's that assertive energy again with the Emperor, taking action on what it is that you believe strongly and passionately about. And through those actions, you obtain your desires, your pleasure enjoyment seeking card, right? So reflect on your truth, be assertive about your actions, and enjoy the pleasures of an indulgence of what that becomes. It's all going to balance out for you as you like step into this new venture, this new relationship, whatever it is that you're working on. One last card for Leo, please. Damn, we're already at 31. And as I said that, 31 minutes, we've got card number 31, cannabis. Some of you could be working in the cannabis industry, stepping into a new venture in the cannabis industry. You guys are 10 minutes longer than all my other readings, but I'm going to count this as a bonus for you because, like I said, you guys had the most watches last time. So this talks about detachment, cannabis detachment. Some of you could be stepping away from the cannabis industry. Wow. Not a surprise, though. But others of you could be stepping away from something, detaching your way from something, and maybe using cannabis to detach, like to relax. For others of you, you could be stepping away from something and stepping into the cannabis industry or working with cannabis. But for many of you that, even if you're not in the industry or whatever, I feel like you could be detaching from reality by using cannabis. And if, you know, for those of you who don't partake, like smoke or, you know, orally ingest or whatever, look into other forms of cannabis. There's, you know, topicals and, you know, all kinds of other uses of the plant. But 31 could be significant, the 31st of the month. Somebody could be 31 years old. 3 + 1 is 4, and 4 is all about stability, foundation. It's like the 4 corners of a house or a home. You also could be dealing with your twin flame or your soulmate, because 1111, 1111, and that's 4. Underneath the deck, we have St. John's wort, radiance. And again, it's that radiant energy. But St. John's wort, not little known, it helps turn your frown upside down. So if you've been feeling like in the, you know, like a rainy day or something like that, you've been feeling a little down in the dumps, take some St. John's wort. And it's a mood booster. It helps, you know, lift your spirits and bring out the radiance and shine within you. And, you know, you could be feeling kind of down in the dumps or have a bad night's sleep or something because of all of this balancing out and, you know, this new start and, you know, worry and fear. But have no fear. Sunshine is here with that temperance. All right, so Leo, that's where I'm going to leave you at. I hope that you guys have a fantastic March. You have a lot of good energy coming in. I really like this energy for you. As you know, it's Together We Grow. I always love and appreciate the time and energy that we share. I look forward to reading for you again in the near future. Make sure that you also check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars signs too for additional messages. And if you're interested in a personal reading, check out check out the description in the I can't even talk right now. Check out the description below the video, and that's where you can contact me, reach out to me, and schedule a personal reading. 12:12 on the clock. You might want to look up angel number 1212, and I will see you guys on the flip side. Happy March. I'll see you guys later.